Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Teacher Raph. This is Twilight Zone episode 81. So I want to talk about Joe Biden just for a minute, and let's just look at how he has evolved physically just for a minute. If we search images, you can see sort of a difference, right? I mean, I don't really need to point it out. I think you can see it. Okay, so let's look at this. This is Joe Biden from years ago. Okay, this is how he looked like. And this is Joe Biden from just recent. Again, years ago. Just recent. Okay, years ago. You see that? Take a good look. Look at that earlobe. Look at the nose. Look at the teeth. Maybe they're dentures. I don't know. Look at that earlobe. You see that? It's from years ago. Look at that nose. The teeth. You can see the top teeth, right? I mean, you can see a little bit of the bottom. You see the top teeth. Okay? That's Joe Biden, right? Straight from Britannica. Yep. Go to a search engine, type in Britannica, and then look for Joe Biden. This picture will pop up. Okay? Look at the nose. Look at the shape of the head, the earlobe, the smile. Look at the chin. And then remember, you're seeing the top teeth. And look at the chin. Okay? The chin is flat, isn't it? Okay. Okay, this is a photo from recent. So we've got two people. One appears to be a bit shorter than the other by a good amount of inches, correct? Now maybe he's, I don't know, maybe he's leaning over, but he's grabbing the shoulder of the guy next to him, isn't he? He's grabbing his shoulder. So is he leaning or is he standing up straight because he's got his hand on his shoulder? I mean, look at the height difference here. Take a good long look at this. I want you to be really cognizant of this height difference. We're talking inches here. Inches. Not 1 inch. Inches. Okay? Look at this. This is from years ago. 2010. I mean, are these the same people? Is it trick photography? Is it strange? Is it a strange angle? I don't know. I mean, you're seeing what I'm seeing. Let's go back. So did this guy shrink or is he leaning? Did he not put his lifts in his shoes? Look at this. I mean, almost equal height. Almost, right? Little bit shorter. But not much. I mean, maybe one of them is leaning. I mean, it's always possible. One's leaning. Maybe they had a knee injury earlier in the day. I don't know. Take a good long look. All right. Back to this. Take a good look. Look at that nose. Look at that nose. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. But look at it. Look at this nose. Did you see this nose? Look at that nose. You think that nose is straight? Or is it a little bit fatter? You know what I mean? A little bit wider. Right? Look at this. That nose isn't wide at all. Skinny as a rail. I mean, that's what it looks like to me. Earlobe. Earlobe connects. Alright? Can't see the top teeth or the top dentures anymore. Only see the bottom dentures. Look at the chin. It's flat, but do you see that? There's a dimple in this chin. I mean, really look. It's really slight. Look at this. You see that earlobe? Look at this. It's not trick photography, guys. Right off the internet. prior to plastic surgery. So this is Joe Biden years ago, before allegedly he had plastic surgery. Is that right? And then this is after plastic surgery, allegedly. I mean, look at the mouth. I mean, you can see that it's probably, yeah, maybe he had plastic surgery. The skin is smoother, right? It's pulled back, right? Yeah, it's possible. I mean, did he look like he needed plastic surgery? I don't know. I guess people get it for all kinds of reasons, but I don't know. Look at the shape of his head. Is it the same? I'm having trouble with the shape. I mean, his head seems boxier to me from years ago. This is Joe Biden from years ago. It seems boxier to me, right? Maybe not a perfect rectangle, but boxier. And his head, it just seems pointier to me. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. So here's 1972, here's 2020. Same guy? I guess. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to tell necessarily. I mean, maybe the shape of the head is similar. Maybe not. I mean, yeah, ears keep growing and so do noses apparently, but look at the size of this ear compared to that ear. I mean, the sizes they're very different. The sizes of the ears are very different. It's just odd, but the shape of the top of the head maybe is similar. Same person, guys? What do you think? So look at this. Look at that nose. Look how straight that nose is. Look at the ear. Look at the earlobe. The earlobe is attached. Okay. And look at the skin by the collar on the left side. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's just normal. Look at this. This is from years ago. Look at the nose. It's different. That's not the same nose. Look at this nose. It's a different shape. Maybe it's the same person. Look at the earlobe. Different earlobe, different nose. I mean, you can barely see that this chin, I don't know. I think there's a dimple in that chin. This is 2007. No dimple in this chin. So there's a Washington Examiner article, and we'll get to it. And there's no evidence stating that he had plastic surgery. Like, he has never come out and said that he had plastic surgery. It's all like whispers. You understand? But we're gonna look at this. A doctor in New York said, "Oh, he's had a facelift. There's no question," right? I guess there's a scar here on the right side by the ear. That's what the article goes into, and we'll look at it. So they're saying that they gave him a facelift, and that's why I'm logically assessing. That's why his earlobe is attached now. And is that why his nose is different? They did something. Maybe he got a light nose job, so he's got less of a double chin. Earlobe is attached now, and I don't know, when he smiles, does he smile the same way? Maybe he has different dentures. It's hard to say. It's just a very odd kind of thing. Look at the scar on the right side. See it? So the top of the ear looks the same, I guess. I don't know. Did they cut like that middle portion of his ear? Did they cut it? I don't know. I guess. It's strange. I mean, is he growing hair on his head, like right next to the top of his ear on the left side? You see all this white puffy hair? Is that normal? You see how far it goes left? I don't know. I'm just asking questions. I mean, look how different he looks. So He had surgery, I guess. That's what they're claiming. They're saying this is the same guy. Same guy, he just had a facelift. Well, I mean, Daily Mail and Washington Examiner have said that. Because some doctor, some surgeon said, yeah, he had surgery and it was really, really good surgery. Apparently. I mean, is that the same guy? I guess. Doesn't look like the same guy to me. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I just can't get over the shape of his head for some reason. I mean, it's very similar, but I don't know. So look at the teeth. I mean, yeah, they're probably dentures, but... And look at the dimple on the right. It's just a slight little dimple. So, I mean, maybe he had surgery on his chin. He had surgery on his nose. He had surgery by his ear. He had a facelift. The article talks about him having tons of hair type of surgeries, like hair plugs in the past. Maybe he had some other hair surgery as well. It's just, I don't know. Is he making the same facial expressions today that he did before? No. All right, take a look. Washington Examiner says it's obvious cosmetic surgeons say Biden had facelift before 2020 campaign. This came out September 19, 2019 by Joseph Simpson of the Washington Examiner. And then there's a little video that says former vice president appeared to have a blood vessel burst in his eye. So they're talking about some of his surgeries or whatever, and then some of the other ailments that have bothered him. Aneurysm burst. That's serious. I mean, he's lucky to be alive. An aneurysm is serious stuff. Irregular heartbeat. My question is this the same man? The scars on the sides of Democratic frontrunner Joe Biden's face are the result of facelift carried out before he launched his 2020 presidential campaign, according to leading cosmetic surgeons. Up close, large vertical scars beginning at the top of the outside of his ear canal to roughly a half-inch below the lobe can be seen on both sides of the former vice president's face. Separate horizontal scars stretch from behind his ear to his upper neck. Those scars, according to cosmetic surgeons who reviewed photographs of Biden, are the consequence of, however you want to pronounce that, rhytidectomy, more commonly referred to as a facelift. In the procedure, the surgeons said incisions were made next to Biden's ears and behind his skull, removing excess skin and creating a tightened complexion. Sure, I guess so. Oh, he's had a facelift, there's no question, said leading New York-based cosmetic surgeon Dr. Arthur Perry, who is also an associate adjunct professor at Columbia Medical School. He described the size of Biden's incisions as incredible and fairly recent. He said, the scars come too far from his ear. This is very hard to correct. Perry noted that hair was protruding from Biden's tragus. Tragus is the little part of the ear that sort of like, it's kind of like a triangle that juts out. The piece of cartilage on the outside of the ear. Typically, the skin of the patient's face is pulled to the edge of the tragus. In Biden's surgery, however, he said the skin was pulled too far up. You can see the beard hair on his ear. Perry said, you normally don't have to shave that part of your ear. Joe does. He added that Biden would have to have the procedure repeated to correct the blemishes. I guess so. That's from a plastic surgeon, I guess. The problem with Biden's surgery is that it's obvious, said Dr. Cape Lesesny, a prominent New York cosmetic surgeon who has reportedly consulted with Hillary Clinton and news anchor Katie Couric. I've operated on several high-profile individuals, and I've never let them look like that. Oh, those are classic facelift scars. It's probably been over a year. I kind of feel bad for him. He should have had those scars removed. He's in trouble because he can't change it at this point, and you expect him to look his best. Lesesny described how public figures typically plan operations 2 to 3 years before they're expected to be in the full public glare, so the doctor can assess what potential scars would look like under lighting. Men require different surgical techniques because they usually don't wear makeup except when on television. Someone like Biden, Lesesny posited, would have several follow-up procedures to minimize the scarring. For whatever reason, it appears Biden neglected to do so. Okay. For decades, it has been apparent that Biden has undergone other cosmetic procedures on his hair, teeth, and face. One leading cosmetic surgeon confirmed to the Washington Examiner that his practice had inserted hair plugs for Biden as early as 1987. Biden was asked by a reporter whether he had undergone a hair transplant and responded, "Yes, I've got to keep some mysteries in my life." Cosmetic surgeon Dr. Jeffrey Spiegel, who says he has celebrities fly in from around the world to his practice, gave a more generous assessment of Biden's facelift, although he said the scarring could be improved with more work. Given that he's been a politician for decades, there's nothing necessarily terrible. It could just be the way it healed, Spiegel said. More power to him. Anyone who thinks they can improve themselves through their appearance and go forward is great. Maybe he just doesn't feel as old as his appearance may look. This takes confidence. It's great. It's an outdated concept that only women get plastic surgery now. There's no stigma here. The pinkness of the scarring, according to Spiegel, indicated that the procedure happened between 6 months and 2 years ago. He also noted that there was still excess skin, colloquially referred to as a turkey neck, below Biden's chin, a fix usually made during a general facelift. Here's another article up here. Also, read dental malfunction, concerns over Biden's teeth as he struggles to answer debate question. So, I mean, I would imagine he has dentures and they keep falling out. That's why he can't speak, but his nose looks different. I mean, I don't know. Is it just me? Biden is not the first politician I've experienced scrutiny over whether cosmetic surgery had been performed. The Drudge Report website documented Clinton's apparently shifting appearance during the 2016 campaign with nudge-nudge headlines such as "Fresh-faced Hillary glows at Lincoln Center." So the anti-Clinton author Edward Klein wrote, though he provided no evidence in his book Unlikable, published in 2015, that a cosmetic surgeon had a mini operating room in her home with the latest medical equipment. John Kerry, the 2004 Democratic nominee, has long been accused of having Botox injections in recent years. He has repeatedly been compared to a Muppet during his 2003 California gubernatorial campaign. Arnold Schwarzenegger deflected rumors he had a facelift, quipping that people were mixing him up with Cher. Speculation has also been circulating for years about Biden's potential contender in the general election. Trump, signature blonde hair is natural. Okay. So, and then it talks about Biden's minor health blips. I don't know about minor, but surgeries to remove aneurysms, enlarged prostate, lower cholesterol due to prescribed meds, benign polyp, and gallbladder removal. So he's been through the ringer, sounds like. Okay, Daily Mail says plastic surgeons claim Joe Biden, 76, has undergone a huge transformation during his career through cosmetic procedures that have filled in his wrinkles, altered his hairline, and made his teeth whiter. Okay. And this is from April 29, 2019 by Ariel Zilber for Daily Mail. Okay, hair transplants, dental work, Botox, allegedly altered his hairline, filled in the wrinkles on his face and forehead, and installed dental veneers. Without any question, Joe Biden had hair transplants. Dr. Barry Cohen, a Washington, D.C. area plastic surgeon, told the Washington Examiner Biden has never confirmed undergoing any of the procedures, nor has he spoken about his appearance publicly. Okay. Oh, maybe, well, looks like 2019 compared to 1987. Hair plugs and who knows what else. 2008, he is seen left in 2008, and then 1978 on the right. Okay. Cohen alleges, in fact, he had bad plugs years ago. Subsequently, he filled in his frontal hairline to camouflage the bad Barbie doll-esque plugs. Okay. I suspect he has regular Botox and probably filler. If he had a facelift, he needs another. Biden's teeth have also attracted considerable attention. During the 2012 vice presidential debates against Paul Ryan, a cosmetic surgeon speculated that Biden was fitted with either porcelain veneers or a porcelain bridge. The procedure likely cost around $20,000. Dr. Lawrence M. Copeland, a Beverly Hills plastic surgeon, told the Examiner that while Biden's procedures aren't perfect, they were well done. Copeland said that after Biden lost his son, Beau, to brain cancer in 2015, it is possible the former vice president wanted to head off the aging process that is exacerbated by tragedies. It is not a stretch to imagine his desire to reach back to freshen his appearance and rewind to a time when things were better and happier, Copeland says. Trump ridicules Biden for wearing a mask and asks why he spent all that money on plastic surgery only to cover his face, as the president thinks. Okay. So, looks like that comment came September 23rd, 2020, and this was Nikki Schwab's article in the Daily Mail. Thanks for listening. Hit like, hit subscribe, put a comment down, and let me know what you think. Be safe.